I'm surprised I didn't write this movie, to be honest. Welcome to Movie Blah Blah, everyone. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Daria.
And the movie theaters are closed, but the reviews must go on.
They must. We might go into ranked. We have that.
Yeah.
We could do ranked.
How
for
have you not
guys.
seen this?
How have you not seen this?
I love that segment.
Yeah, I know. We've only made like one.
Yeah.
It took like 4 movies to watch.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brett Duffy. We miss you.
Oh, I miss Brett so much.
So much. But anyway, I saw The Hunt on Sunday.
Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta make it. I saw it by myself. There were 3 other people in the theater.
I saw this Thursday, the Thursday night preview, because this movie was one of my most anticipated movies of last year, and then became my most anticipated movie of this year, which is a first ever for me.
Did it live up to your expectation?
So, what do you think?
I feel like it didn't.
Okay.
Because I was so excited for this, and then I was like, It's like, oh, good. Wait. Okay. And we're only 5 minutes in, and this is where you're taking it, but okay.
Got you.
I want you to get into it first.
I'm holding off suspense.
I thought you were gonna be on my side with this, but now I'm worried.
I could be on your side. I'm just dragging out suspense.
I feel like the movie was all over the place, and the story wasn't concise enough.
This movie about these conservative people wake up, they're gagged, and they're being hunted by liberal elites. And there's a lot of hubbub about it, and the media was saying that it's, evil, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I think the meaning behind this movie is just going to bring a sense of unity. There's going to be some sort of message of unity. Unbiased, not liberal, not like liberals saying you Republicans, or not Republicans saying you liberals. And so, did it do that? Yes. But in a very subtle way that I don't think a lot of people are going to pick up on. And so I kind of wish there was more of a clear message. Because as far as an action movie, I think this movie is so tightly written. I think if you're looking for an action movie, every scene is so suspenseful. There's not like a moment of like, oh, it's getting dull. Like there's always information being revealed. Person you think is the main character is suddenly not the main character. You're like, what? There's so much going on. So much suspense that I think is no problem if you just casually want to see an action movie. But as far as if you're someone like me who is like, what are the writers trying to say? Because the writers, one of them, Damon Lindelof, writer of Lost, the new Watchmen show, he's someone I like, And I thought, what is he going to say? And basically the takeaway that I got is whether you're Republican, liberal, these online personas we have, we can't assume the worst because then we'll end up becoming the monsters that we assume everyone is.
I see.
Because, spoilers! The movie begins with Hilary Swank, super evil lady, text message, and you see a text where she says, I can't wait to go to the manor and slaughter a bunch of deplorables. That is leaked. Conservatives think it's a real thing, that liberals are actually doing it. And all these big CEO people lose their jobs. So out of revenge, they end up becoming the monsters that the conservatives assumed they were, and they end up doing it. Just more of revenge on them and not really
Yeah.
Because they target people who criticize them online.
You wanted it to be real, so you decided it was.
Who would word something like that if they didn't mean it?
The last I heard, free speech still exists.
See, I think people have those conversations all the time, casually.
It's like we're not supposed to talk about that in text, or we're not supposed to.
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about that,
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
I was actually pretty triggered because if anyone knows me, I'm into conspiracies, and
What?
It was like the people who are talking about the conspiracy, the person who the conspiracy is about ends up picking off those people and hunting them. And though it wasn't fair, it was like they're hidden in this thing.
No, absolutely.
Where the rest of them are out in the wild.
They have One of my favorite parts of the movie is they hired like a guy to train them to how to fight.
Yeah.
The conservative people they kidnapped. And this guy was like helped out in a Bruce Willis movie, Tears of the Sun, that like no one remembers. And that was one of my favorite parts.
I felt the dialogue was weak.
Okay.
I was confused a lot of the time. I didn't feel like it was clear. Sure, there was like information, but I felt like it was still kind of all over the place. And like, you didn't know exactly where they were. They were supposed to be in Vermont, but I think they were somewhere in Europe.
And the girl mentions Bosnia. Maybe that's where she.
Yeah, but then all those people were in on it as well. Like, or were they just bribed? Because like, how would that many people?
Those military people weren't in on it.
Okay, so they were in Bosnia.
Yeah.
So they somehow get to Bosnia.
Yeah, because that one guy is an actor. He's like, oh, and he's like starts acting again, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The main character is never like revealed like who she is. She's the same from the beginning to end, aside from Hilary Swank. But like, you don't ever find out who she is, which bothered me. You know, she was in the military, but like, who was this girl? Like, I would have rather just found out more about her, and because she was badass. I liked her.
She's badass, and honestly, undeniably, I don't care who you are, Betty Gilpin, the actress, delivers a great performance. She's funny, she's badass, you believe her as someone who can just kick the shit out of all these people.
What state is this?
Most people know where they are.
Right, most people.
You're in the glorious state of Arkansas, sweetheart. Is there anything else I can help?
And for me, it's like, listen, I'm in for an hour and 30-minute tight action movie ride. I don't need to know a whole lot. I know she's funny. She's, you know, one of my other, this is gonna sound like I have a fetish or something. Whenever she randomly is talking to the guy and just starts peeing.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
And the guy's and she's just like, she's like such a tough son of a bitch.
She like
She
doesn't
just, like,
care.
Just pees and he's like, yeah. Well, I'm like, that was the most badass, confident pee I've ever seen in a crisis.
I did love how she picked up things. Like when they're in the car, she can tell that that's not the guy.
Yeah.
And she's like getting herself ready.
Oh, yeah. Just casually, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love that. I immediately questioned that guy. Question him. Questionable.
But I'm like, how many people were in on this? Why were they in on this? Like, I feel like more people would be on the side of against people saying, I'm gonna kill deplorable, I'm gonna hunt deplorable. Like,
liberal elites, rich people paying, like all those people, the flight people,
yeah.
they probably just hucked them like, you know, 20 grand or whatever.
I mean, I guess.
And just imagine like, oh, these people hired me to be a flight stewardess. I'm not gonna ask questions. 20,000, like, you know.
Yeah. Except you get PTSD from seeing someone get stabbed in the eye.
Yeah, oh, that was awesome. When they had the close-up and the eyeball, just like you see all the little
dangling.
danglies. Oh, I love that. Immediately, I was like, oh, yeah.
So it was enjoyable. There were just
Yeah.
It was not a perfect movie for me. Like, I've seen action films that were funny that are, like, meet my perfect. Like, the new
Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg movie where he's... Have you not seen that?
Spencer Confidential?
Yes. Uh-oh.
All right.
I thought it was hilarious and suspenseful and kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Okay.
I thought the dialogue was great. Like,
Interesting.
so that to me, though it wasn't like scary movie funny like this one was, it was like Eliza Schlesinger is hilarious. I love her.
I refuse to watch Spencer Confidential.
Wait, so you haven't watched it?
No, because who spells Spencer with an S instead of a C at the end? It's unbelievable. And I like weird names.
So that's why you refuse to watch it?
Absolutely. I actually like the director, and I love Mark Wahlberg.
So why are you not watching this movie?
I don't know.
Back to The Hunt.
Well, I agree it's not a perfect movie. I have some criticisms.
Okay.
Like I said before, I wish the message, because I think 99 out of 100 people who watch this movie aren't going to pick up on the theme that I think the writer's trying to say. I think most people are going to walk out and be like, "That was a good action movie," you know.
Yeah.
Second, there's this thing, did you notice at the beginning, she's trying to get the cigarettes, right? Mm-hmm. And then second time, the government guy saw a cigarette and she's like, "Can I have that?"
Yeah.
Like, no. And at the end, I was all right. They're setting up at the end.
Yeah,
she's gonna have a cigarette, and she's like, "Fucking finally."
Yeah.
She doesn't get a cigarette.
Oh my god.
Why were they setting that up to not give her a cigarette at the end?
Right?
That's so weird.
Like she should have had one at
Hillary Swank. Like she got the
during
champagne.
the big fight. She has the champagne. Yeah, instead she just like drinks from the bottle and like.
Yeah.
She should have got that cigarette.
Why? If you're gonna set up twice that she really wants cigarettes, give the woman a cigarette. She clearly wants them. Now I don't endorse cigarettes. I don't think she should smoke them.
But if you're gonna put that in the movie twice, you gotta pay it off.
She earned one cigarette after all the shit she went through.
Yeah, she got stabbed.
Yeah. Oh, that fight between her and Hillary Swank.
Oh.
So good.
That was brutal.
Hillary Swank just looked beautiful too.
Yeah.
She looks like
I was like,
so
$1 million
calm and
baby and
yeah.
this badass getting that man, but that when she stabs her
and you feel it. It feels real.
I was like, oh god, okay, they're both gonna die. And then she didn't. And I was like, I don't know how she wouldn't die, but nice.
Yeah. And they both take a break at the end. They both agree, like, all right, let's take a second.
So it was fun. I just had like issues with like I gave it like a 7.5.
Okay. Why?
Because
pros and cons.
Okay. So one, you never find out about the main character. Plus you don't really know. I mean, sure, she has that like little moment in the beginning. And then it's like not on her for a while, and then she shows up again like later. And I was like, wait, and then everyone dies, so she has to be the main character. But it seemed like Scary Movie. I felt like I was watching Scary Movie in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it turned into like trying to be an actual thriller with some comedy, but not to the point of Scary Movie type, like parody.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it started out as parody, like the girl getting blown up. And like she's lands on the same thing and is still alive. But it's like half her body.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait. Am I watching a Scary Movie right now?
We were joking.
Like they killed off so many people in the beginning. They killed off literally everyone.
I love that. It's a misdirect. It kept me surprised because I thought like Emma Roberts in this movie. I can't believe like you wake up and you're from her perspective the whole time. I'm like, I can't wait to follow Emma Roberts. I love Emma Roberts. Oh, she's gone! And then this other guy who's like so nice, you know, and he looks like a badass.
Yeah.
He's gone. Ike Barinholtz, I love him. He's gone. I'm like, who? What? Where am I? I love movies like that.
And then you follow the person that you didn't even... Like it shows her for a second in the beginning and then like she pops up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it's not...
My view of that was like, oh, they could only afford them for this long in the movie.
I mean, probably. I mean, producer hat. We can get Emma Roberts, Ike Barinholtz for 2 days or whatever, and everyone's gonna see the movie. No one saw the movie. And you know, in theory, it's a great idea. Glenn Howerton from Sunny, he's in it too for a few scenes. I think producer-wise, it's genius. But also, I justify it narratively because as a viewer, I'm continuously surprised. And I love it. I recognize a lot of people don't like that, but I mean, when Hitchcock did it with Psycho, it was cool. Why can't The Hunt do it?
He just compared this to Psycho.
Yeah.
I think we're breaking up.
I have one more criticism to be fair. The jokes, like there's jokes both aimed at liberals and conservative people, and I thought those were lazy.
Yeah.
Like the Glenn Howerton's wearing a kimono and someone's like, oh, cultural appropriation, and those like jokes I hear like every day. I'm so tired of it.
That's what I meant by the dialogue was weak, because they did try and make jokes. Some of them I didn't get. Some of them were just like, okay, I've heard that a million times. So like, I felt like it could have been better that way. Yeah,
that I felt was like rushed aspect. Like surely, like if I'm gonna make a cultural appropriation joke, which to me that's low hanging fruit at this point. But if I'm gonna make that reference, I'm gonna think of a damn clever thing to put in this movie that's going out to the masses, instead of like, no, kimono, cultural appropriation, done.
That was so 2018.
Yeah, it was like, come on, like think of something clever. So stuff like that, which most people are probably gonna laugh their asses off. But to me, it's like, if you have one shot at making this movie, I'm gonna make the best damn cultural appropriation joke I can fucking think of. But yeah, that just felt like cheap humor.
Yeah.
But most of the humor was great. But it's just the conservative liberal ones is like, these are jokes I hear every day. No, because my friends have shitty humor. So, 20 minutes later, do you recommend The Hunt?
I do, if you don't care about quality films and you just want to laugh a little bit and like be entertained and you have nothing else to watch. So.
God. Yeah, well, there's nothing else to watch now. I recommend it. It's not the perfect movie I was hoping it'd be. I do have criticisms. But if you like action movies, this will undeniably, you'll be, satisfied. If you're hoping like for me, for like a good, strong message at the end, it's not, very strong. You kind of have to look for it. But I recommend it. I mean, it's surely better than a lot of releases.
Yeah.
And as far as like horror and thriller movies go, like this is like, I love my thrillers with laughter and like silliness.
Yeah.
And so to me, this is like my perfect genre. I just wish the humor, the PC liberal humor stuff was like better.
Yeah. Well, that has been a quarantine movie blah blah. I'm Daria.
I'm Jordan.
And thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment below what you thought, and stay safe.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands as if you just cut jalapenos and you have to take out your contacts.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.